Civilization or Barbarism, an Authentic Anthropology by Dr. Cheikh Anta Diop. Ownership of the land can ipso facto engender private commerce only when the land is exclusively reserved for the Upatrade, and the plebeians must resort to commerce in order to make a living. And this is indeed what happened in Greece before the people's revolutions, at the time when domestic revolution religion of the Upatrade forbade ownership of the land by the homeless. This individualistic patriarchal religion, inherited from nomadic life, had indexed all possible and imaginable goods as in Aryan India, and had stamped them with its seal in order to forbid their possession by the plebes. It overlooked only money, which did not yet exist, and secular commerce unworthy of a great lord. In order to survive and live outside the cities that were so long forbidden to them, the common people did not have any choice. They were forced to turn to commerce and usurious lending. In fact, they accumulated wealth in the same proportion that the land owning nobility became poor, pauperized, to the point that very often between the 6th and 4th centuries, the nobility, in order to rebuild its fortunes, had to marry plebeians. A famous quip of the times ran, "Of what birth is this man? Wealthy." From then on, the money of those who originally did not have the right to own land, those plebes who had now become bourgeoisie, opened the doors for great noble landowners who were now in need. Those are the very special, even exceptional reasons that explain the development of commerce in the individualistic regimes of Greece and its city states. Therefore, is no necessary and sufficient logical relationship between private ownership of land and the development of commerce, not even to increase the value of land, as Maurice Godelaire believes. To sum up, the distinctive elements cited above, namely generalized slavery, the administration of land ownership, and the fundamental contradiction of the AMP societies, the domestic type of village economy, the importance of urban life and individual as opposed to state owned commerce. All these factors develop sufficiently here and there in the AMP societies to engender germs of dissolution lending to true revolutions, which indeed broke out but later failed. That being the case, the specificity of the AMP state, as herefore discussed, no longer matters. Indeed, whatever the virtues of or failings of the AMP societies, they ended up being questioned by the people who attempted to overthrow them through authentic revolutionary movements, as in the individualistic societies of the Greco Latin city states. Once more, why did revolution succeed in the individualistic city states and fail without exception in the community AMP states, or even in the individualistic states, but Asian in form due to the vastness and complexity of the state machinery, as in Rome? This is the big question that cannot be evaded. Not knowing how to answer the questions of the theoreticians have avoided asking it up to now. They have pretended to believe that there never were any revolutions or revolutionary movements in the AMP states, and that the social convulsions that arose and developed there were only vulgar jqueries that could not be taken for revolutions. It is against this erroneous manner of seeing the problems, which almost amounts to a Eurocentric attitude, that we speak out. It is as if those holding this position elevate to the dignity of revolution only those movements that succeeded. However, the Paris Commune and the Russian Revolution of 1905 showed that not all revolutions are successful, and that sometimes the cases that fail are more instructive. We will now undertake to demonstrate that there were authentic revolutionary movements in the AMP societies, and that the study of the causes of their failures alone might renew the theory in this area. We will successively review the Osirian revolution in Egypt, sometimes referred to as the proletarian, the first in history of the universe, which marked the end of the ancient empire, 2100 BCE, and the Chinese revolution of the An Lushan during the Tang period in the 9th century AD. And that concludes chapter 9, Civilization or Barbarism. Hi, sorry. I'm Uriel.